This video is explaining how to factorise quadratics where the coefficient of x squared is 1. So what I mean by that is it just has x squared at the start with no number in front of it here. There's nothing there. That's not a 0. That's just indicating that you would have a 1 there. So, first of all, just to recap, if you're factorising a regular expression here, so this is into a single bracket, these, when it's quadratic, goes into double. So when we got here, single bracket, what you'll do is you look for the common factor. So you should remember 2 is common in both of those. Then you get x plus 3. If we're doing this one here, 3x minus 12, 3 is common in both of those. And then we have x minus, well, 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then finally, a factor does not have to just be a number, it can be a letter. So in both 7x squared and 14x, the common factor is 7x. And then that leaves in the bracket x here, and then on the other side it is 2. So that's regular factorising. Now, if we're looking at quadratics, I've got here an example to go through and some steps. Now the steps may seem a bit wordy, a bit long, but once you see it and understand it, it does all come together a little bit. So first step is make sure it's in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. And all that means is make sure it looks like this, what you normally see in a question. Sometimes it changes around, but we want to look for, well, we want it like this, because then everything else will fall into place quite nicely. First thing we're going to do is you're going to find the factors of the last term, so the c part, the plus c, including negative numbers. So the negatives are very important, okay? For this question, if it's all positive, you don't need to worry about it. But if there is a negative in the question, you do need to think about negative factors. So if you look at 6, okay, so you take 6, factors of 6 at, 1, 6, 2, 3. Okay, so you look to the pairs of factors. Now, with those pairs of factors, look for them that add up to make the middle term. So that plus b. So in this example, that's 5. So out of those factors, well, 1 add 6 is 7, 2 add 3, that is 5. So we know we're going to be working now with these factors there. So once you've done that, you want to place 2 brackets with a factor in each. So what we're going to do, we're going to place 2 brackets. So 1 bracket here, okay, and you start with x, and then another bracket there, starting with x, and we're going to place these 2 factors in there. They're both positive numbers, so it's plus 2 and plus 3. So that's how you factorise. Now, I've got 2 more examples that I do want to go through still. So, next one here, I've got x squared minus 9x plus 20. So it's in the form again, no rearranging. I've just got that there really as a reminder for when it looks a bit different, these questions. So find the factors of this bit on the end of that plus 20. Now we've got a negative number, so we need to think of some negatives again. So let's find our factors here. So we want to make plus 20, so we can have 1 and 20. We can have 2 and 10. We can have 4 and 5. Now we've got positive answers, so we can have also negative 1 and negative 20, negative 2, negative 10, negative 4, negative 5. So these could be the factors. So we want to look for a pair that add to make the middle term. So that plus or minus 9 in this question. So out of those, we know that minus 1 minus 20 is minus 21. Can't be that. Minus 2 minus 10 is minus 12. So minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9. Okay, so we've got that, and then we place it into brackets again. So we'll have x minus 4 and x minus 5. All right, so third example that I do want to go through, this one's got double negatives in there. So once again, it's in the right form. So we're going to look at that last part and look at the factors it has. So it's a negative, so we can have 1 and minus 14, but also minus 1 and 14. We can have 2 and minus 7, but also minus 2 and 7. They're all the factors of minus 14. So we've done that. Now a pair that make the middle term, which is minus 5. Well, 1 take away 14 is minus 13. Minus 1 add 14 is 13. 2 take away 7 is minus 5. So that's the pair we're working with. So we've got our pair of factors that we want. So we put them into brackets again. X plus 2, because that's a positive number there. And x minus 7, because that's a negative number there. All right, so that is factorising when the coefficient of x squared is 1. Now, 3 for you to have a go, pause it, and then I'll go through the answers for you. All right, hopefully you paused it. It's all to help you if you do that. Give it a go. So I'm just going to fly through here so I know it. That's x, and it's all positive, so it's going to be x plus 3 and x plus 5. Okay, second one there, we got lots of negatives involved. So what we actually have is x minus 9 and x plus 3. And then final one, we got positives and negatives, but this one becomes x minus, oh, need to think for a second. Factors are 32, 4 and 8, so minus 4 and x minus